transform. If we have a discrete signal xn, then the Z transform of the discrete signal xn is defined as sum of summation summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity xn z of minus n. If we have a discrete signal xn, if we have a discrete signal xn, then its z transform is defined as Z transform of discrete signal xn is defined as summation xn z to the power minus n, where the n varies from minus infinity to plus infinity. Now tell me, what do you mean by discrete signal? What is discrete signal? What is discrete signal? What do you mean by discrete signal? What do you mean by discrete signal? Anyone? What do you mean by discrete signal? What do you mean by analog signal? What do you mean by discrete signal? A signal which varies continuously with time is known as the a signal which varies continuously with time are known as the analog signal, and a signal which varies only at certain instant of time are known as the discrete signal. Say দেখতে পাচ্ছ তো? Say we have say ব্যাটারিটা নেই নাকি? Say we have this type of signal. So here say this is say xt. This xt say, this xt varies continuously with time. So if a signal varies continuously with time are known as the analog signal. Continuously with time. Now, but if other signal varies only at certain instant of time, say for example, if it varies only at certain instant of time, say this signal which is varies only at certain instant of time known as the discrete signal. Okay, so here it is varies continuously with time, here it is varies only at certain instant of time. Okay, only at certain thumb rejection হচ্ছে না আমার এটাতে প্রবলেম হচ্ছে only at certain instant of time, then it's called the discrete signal. Signal which varies continuously with time are known as the analog signal, analog signal, and the signal which varies only at certain instant of time. So for example, here 0, tau, 2 tau, 3 tau, 4 tau, 5 tau, and so on. Okay, then it is called the discrete signal. Discrete signal. Now tell me how to convert an analog signal to discrete signal. It's simple.
Sampling.
Say this is xt input signal. It is a switch. That switch is normally open. It is generally it is open. It is all it closes only with an interval of time tau, and it closes for a very small duration, very small, in particular negligible small duration. Okay, then you will get this discrete signal. Say that means it closes when time t equal to 0. Next, and then it for a very in very small duration, negligible duration, it is closes. Then again it is open. Again it is back to close when time is tau, and again it is open. Again it is closes at 2 tau, and okay open. Then it is closed at 3 tau and open. Okay, that means this switch is normally open, and it closes only at certain instant of time. For it closes when time t equal to 0, time t equal to tau, 2 tau, 3 tau, and so on. Then what will get? Say this is your xt. So that means when this closes, when it is closing, That means say time t equal to 0, that means you will get this value. When it is closing, you will get this value. Okay, again when it goes for the next time, you will get this value because it is open. Generally it is open. It closes only when time t equal to 0, time t equal to tau, 2 tau, 3 tau, and not okay. And okay, so assume that its closing time is tau, which is very very small. So what we'll get, you'll get this type of this is this type of way. আরে বাবা, ঠিক আছে, it is then it is closes at here, it's closing here. That means if you plot, so that means if you want to convert an analog signal into a discrete signal, you need a sampler, sampler. The sampler is generally open and it closes only at certain instant of time. So the Z transform of a discrete sequence xn. So that means what you will get here, it will get a xt will, if you sampling, you will get xn tau. Now if you consider the sampling interval is unit time, then it is basically represented by xn. Okay, then if you assume that tau is a sampling tau is a sampling time. Now if tau is a sampling time, I assume this sampling time is unity, then we can write this xt is equal to xn. Okay, so that means the discrete Z transform of signal xn is equal to this. এটা বলা যায় পুরো এক্সপ্লেন করে, কিন্তু আমি এখন বলার সময় নেই তোমাদের এখন। পুরো তো অঙ্ক টঙ্ক তো দিয়ে দিয়েছি, পরে যদি সময় থাকে তাহলে একটু একটু এই জায়গাটা বলবো পরে। So how it comes? So basically we know sir, if we have a signal, normal signal xt, and we know its Laplace transform. Laplace transform of xt we know, which is integration 0 to infinity তারপরে কি বলো, xt it xt 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 e to the power minus st dt. Okay, now basically similarly as that means for analog signal we have for analog signal we have this Laplace transform, but if you have a discrete signal we cannot use this. Okay, so in that case we have to use the Z transform. All right, Z transform. So Z transform of xn actually is summation summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity xn z to the power minus n, তাই তো? অ্যাকচুয়ালি এইটা কিন্তু ছিল ল্যাপ্লাস ট্রান্সফর্মে যদি তুমি মনে রাখো, অ্যাকচুয়ালি দিস ইজ বেসিক্যালি মাইনাস ইনফিনিটি টু প্লাস ইনফিনিটি, দিস ইন্টিগ্রেশন। হুম, আই থিঙ্ক ইউ নো দ্য ফুরিয়ার ট্রান্সফর্ম, ইউ নো ফুরিয়ার ট্রান্সফর্ম না? ফুরিয়ার ট্রান্সফর্ম অলরেডি হয়ে গেছে তোমাদের। ফুরিয়ার ট্রান্সফর্ম, ইউ নো ফুরিয়ার ট্রান্সফর্ম x of xt we know. This is minus infinity to plus infinity xt e to the power minus j omega t dt. Okay, this is from the Fourier transform we get Laplace transform. Okay, this is for analyzing analog signals. Now to analyze discrete signals we use Z transform. ঠিক আছে দাদা, ঠিক আছে তো? Z transform of a signal xn is given by this. ঠিক আছে, then let us evaluate, find the Z transform of, let us find the Z transform of unit step function. So Z transform of ut. What will the Z transform of ut? Let's find the Z transform of ut. We know ut. What is ut? For analog signal ut, which is defined as 1 for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than equal to 0. That is the unit step function we know. Okay, it is 0 for t 0 and 0 for t less than equal to 0, right? So actually less than equal to 0, which is the definition of Z transform. A unit step function. We know this is basically the unit step function ut. Okay, now let us find its Z transform. That means you have to if you want to find its Z transform, you need to convert it to a to a sampler, right? So that means you have to write this as this. This is the your. So first you convert it to a discrete signal, then use the Z transform. So that means here this will be your un. That means you can write un is equal to 1 for n greater than 0, right? And 0, and it is for greater than equal to 0, and 0 for n less than 0, right? This is unit step function. This is 1 for for n greater than equal to 0. This is, that means this is if you want to convert it to sampler, so it will convert into become unit step function become a uh, this sequence. So what will be its transform? ঠিক আছে? So this is analog unit step function, and we are converting this to a discrete signal by a sampler. তাহলে Z transform কত হবে বলো? Z transform of un, this is will be according to the definition, this is n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity un z minus n. Okay, un minus z n, because we know the formula. The formula is xn z to the power minus n. All right. So now it is 0 for n greater than less than 0. That means we can write this as this is n equal to 0 to infinity z to the power minus n. Okay, because un is 1. Un is 1 for n greater than 0. Greater than equal to 0, and 0 for n less than 0. That means this will be this. Okay, so that means this we can write as 1 plus z to the power minus 1 plus z to the power minus 2 plus z to the power minus 3 plus. Okay, that means this is nothing but 1 minus z to the power minus 1 to the power minus 1. Okay, that means this is 1 by 1 minus z to the power minus 1. So that is z by z minus 1. Okay, because we know if I have a geometric series, if say a r square, and you have n number of terms, so we know the sum is if is 1 minus a into 1 minus r to the power n by 1 minus r. Okay, now this is for finite number of terms. Now if you have a infinite number of terms, that means a plus ar square up to infinity, we know this is basically a by 1 minus r, right? Or you also know this 1 plus x square plus x cube up to infinity is 1 minus x to the power minus 1. Okay, so using this same logic, so 1 plus z inverse plus z to the power minus 2 plus z to the minus 3 is this. Okay, because we know this is this formula 1 plus x, or you know this formula also. Now when n is infinity, when n becomes infinity, so this r to r will be r to the power n will be less than um, it will be very small compared to 1. Okay, right? You know this, so that means this will be a by 1 minus r, or you can use this binomial expansion also. So z transform of unit step sequence is what? Z by z minus 1. Okay, or 1 by 1 minus z inverse. All right. Now tell me when this sequence exists. So you are summing a infinite number of terms. So before summing, so that means it will this sum may be diverge also. You may write this result only if this summation converges. Okay, when it converges, when the summation will converge, when the sum is converge, summation কখন converge করবে? হ্যাঁ, কখন করবে? if -1 less than x less than 1, মনে পড়ছে এটা? ক্লাস 11-12 ছিল তো। 1 plus x square plus, that is if mod of x greater than 1 নাকি less than 1, কোনটা হবে বলো? mod of x কি হবে? less than 1 না greater than 1 হবে? কোনটা হবে? less
less
than
than
1,
1.
less than 1. Very good. So if mod of x is less than 1, then we can write that this sum will converge. So then when this sum will converge, this sum is convert, that is if z inverse is less than 1. That means if mod of z greater than 1. So the sum will converge when mod of z equal to 1. This is called the region of convergence. Okay, this is called the region ROC. So here we can write that z transform of un is is z by z minus 1, and the sum will converge, that is region of convergence, if mod of z is greater than 1. ঠিক আছে, খুব সোজা জিনিস, আমার মধ্যে কি পড়াচ্ছেন একদম সোজা জিনিস পড়াচ্ছেন, আমি আসছি, তোমরা নিজেরাই বুঝে যাবে, এটা একদম কিছু নেই আর কি বেসিক্যালি। সো লেট আস ফাইন্ড দ্য z transform of z transform of ram sequence. Let us find the z transform of ramp function rt. We know what is ramp function. We know its ramp function rt is this. We know rt. This is rt. We know we are already because we know rt is equal to t for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than equal to 0. Now, if you want to find the z transform of ramp function, you need to convert it to the discrete function. That means this will be basically that means this is basically this. So this is the ramp function. So this is the ramp function. Right? This is the ramp function. Okay. That means what we have to do. So that means your ramp function Rn is basically n. Actually, তাই তো, এই যে আমি প্রথম থেকে বলে আসছি, ভালো করে দেখো। So replace t by n tau. Now if we consider t by n tau, that means we have to write this is basically ramp function, it will be n tau. Now we'll consider tau is the unit time. We'll select tau as the sampling time, the unit time. Okay, that means this is your Rn. Okay, n. So this is the uh, discrete RAM sequence. Okay, so what will be the Z transform? What will be the Z transform of Rn? বলো, Z transform of Rn তাহলে কত হবে? This is summation minus infinity to plus infinity Rn Z to the power minus n. তাই তো? Now for time less than 0, this sum will be 0. This time will be 0. That means ঠিক আছে তো, বুঝতে পারছো কি বলতে চাইছি? Because it is 0 when time t less than 0. That means this is basically, you can write this as n equal to 0 to infinity, because minus infinity to minus 1, it will be 0. Okay, now it is n Rn equal to n z to the power minus n. বুঝতে পারছো কি? এই দেখো বাবা, rt equal to t আছে তো, rt equal to t, তাহলে r equal to n টাও বসাবো, n টাও বসালে ভাবে it will be n tau. Now we'll always select tau 1. So that means Rn equal to 1. Rn equal to n is the discrete RAM sequence. Okay, that is, this is n z to the power minus n. এটা সামটা কত হবে বলো? কত হবে? This is n equal to 0, it will be 0, z to the power minus 1, 2z to the power minus 2, plus 3z to the power minus 3, the plus 4 z to the power minus 4, up to infinity. Up to infinity. Just a minute. Okay, so that means this is basically, we can write this as, if you take z inverse common, it will be 1 plus 2z inverse plus 3z to the power minus 2 plus 4z to the power minus 3 up to infinity. Okay, up to infinity. All right, so what will be the sum? What will be the sum? This sum? What will be this sum? What will be the value of this summation? What will be the value of this summation? কে বলবে? বাবা, 1 minus z inverse minus 2, that is because you know the formula. These things are class 11, in class 11, class 11 mathematics. 1 plus x to the power n, কখন এটা কি হয়? 1 plus n x, I mean talking about the infinite series, not the this is maybe fraction. This may be n is a fraction, okay? 1 plus nx in into n minus 1 by 2 factorial, মনে পড়ছে কি x স্কয়ার এরকম করে করেছিলাম না?
Yes, sir.
So 1
Yes,
plus
sir.
x, 1 minus x, 1 minus x to the power minus n. So you must know this 1 minus x to the power minus n. এই ফর্মুলাগুলো শেখোনি তোমরা? 1 plus x square plus x cube up to infinity. This is 1 minus x to the power minus 1. 1 plus 2x plus 3x square plus 4x cube up to infinity. What is the value? 1 minus x to the power minus 2. So finding the summation, this will be the, so that means here this is z inverse by 1 minus z inverse to the power minus 2. Okay, so you can simplify it. That means z by z minus 1 whole square. So what will be the region of convergence? The region of convergence is mod z greater than 1. Okay, mod z greater than 1, otherwise the series will be infinite. Okay, now find the z transform of exponential function. Z transform of exponential function কি হবে? Find the z transform transform z transform of e to the power minus at ut কি হবে বলো? What will be the z transform of e to the power minus at ut? So that means this is its analog signal is this e to the power minus at ut, তাই না? This is say ft, it will be its analog signal e to the power at ft. So what will be its discrete version? The discrete version will be this discrete signals. Remember, computer cannot analyze analog signal. If you want to convert, analyze a signal using computer, you need to convert it to discrete signals. Okay, okay. So convert it into a discrete signal. So what will be here? Ft is equal to e to the power minus at ut. তাই তো? E to the power minus at ut. So now, if you want to convert it into a discrete signal, just put any t equal to n tau, the minus a n tau. Okay, u n tau. That means basically e to the power minus a n tau for n greater than 0, 0 for n less than equal to 0. এই তো, তাই তো নাকি? তাই তো নাকি? লেস দেন, আবার এখানে
Yes,
আবার
sir.
আবার গন্ডগোল করেছি। It will be this, তাই না? এটা তো হবে। So tau equal to minus 1, tau equal to minus 1, you know, sampling time, you can convert this sampling time to 1. This will be the question. So this is the analog signal, sampling it, sample it. You want to sample, so replace t by n tau. So now that means it will be minus a n tau. After sampling, it will be this to the power minus a n tau. So কত হবে বলো z transform? Now you can write a tau. If you have problem, if you have problem, then you use tau in the expression. Otherwise, you may replace tau by 1. Okay. In the exam, I will always select sampling time unity. Okay, it may be 1 microseconds. Sampling time may be 1 millisecond, 1 microsecond, 1 picoseconds. Okay, that is a unity value. Okay, sampling time. You know the analog, set-top box. It convert all signals into a discrete signal. Why we need set-top box? Why we need set-top box? Because our television will not able to process digital signals. It's not able to process digital signals. Our television set is made to analyze only analog signals. It can handle only analog signals. Okay, okay, that is why we need set-top box. Set-top box convert. Sorry, I'm actually sorry. And why we need, because the transmission of signals. Sorry, transmission signals is analog signals. Okay, transmission of signals is analog signals initially. Now it is converted into discrete signals. It converted into discrete signal. That means communication signal is discrete signals. Okay, so that means we need something so that the television will understand that the transmission format. দেখেছো নিশ্চয়ই ট্রান্সমিশনটা কিন্তু কিভাবে হয় নিশ্চয়ই জানো এগুলো। তার মানে আমার সিগন্যাল ইজ উইল বি অলওয়েজ মানে ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট টু অ্যানালাইজ দ্য সিগন্যাল উইথ কম্পিউটার ইউ নিড ডিজিটাল কম্পিউটার ইউ নিড টু কনভার্ট ইট টু আ ডিসক্রিট ডোমেন। তাহলে বলো কি হবে? So that means Z transform of f n tau. By definition, this is n equal to 0 to infinity f n tau z to the power minus n. So if you have a problem, then you can write. So that means this is n equal to 0, because minus infinity to minus 1, it will be 0. সামটাকে আমি ভাগ করে দিচ্ছি minus infinity to minus 1 আর 0 to infinity. Minus infinity to minus 1, it is 0 because it is 0 for n less than 0. Okay, so that means this is 0 to infinity e to the power minus a n tau z to the power minus n. ঠিক আছে, তাহলে এটাকে কি লেখা যায় এক্সপ্যান্ড করে? বলো তো কি লেখা যায়, কি লেখা যায় এই সামটাকে এক্সপ্যান্ড করে? আরে সহজ জিনিস, বাচ্চাদের জিনিস, বাচ্চারাও বুঝবে, এটা ক্লাস 11 ছেলেরা বুঝবে। তোমরা মানে একদম অঙ্ক না জানলে তো খুব অসুবিধা। এরপর তো ডিজিটাল সিগন্যাল প্রসেসিং আছে। বলো এটাকে এক্সপ্যান্ড করলে কি হবে, বলো কি হবে এক্সপ্যান্ড করলে? কত হবে এটা এক্সপ্যান্ড করলে? n ইকুয়াল টু 0 বসাও, 1 1 তো n ইকুয়াল টু e টু দি পাওয়ার 0 ইজ 1, z টু দি পাওয়ার 0 ইজ 1 1, তারপর এটা কত হবে e টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস a টাও z টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস 1, তারপর এটা কত হবে e টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস
minus 2a tau
মাইনাস
z to the power minus 2
মাইনাস 3 a টাও z টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস 3 আপ টু
infinity.
তোমার তো একটা ফর্মুলা লাগবে, খালি এই ফর্মুলাটা, আর কিচ্ছু লাগবে না। এই ফর্মুলা জানলে, ইফ ইউ নো দিস ফর্মুলা ইউ উইল এবল টু সাম all the, what is the first term? The first term is 1 a by 1 minus r. The summation formula is a by 1 minus r. The first term is a and the common ratio is r. So what is the common ratio? The common ratio is e to the power minus a tau z to the power minus 1. It's the formula. A equal to 1. First term is a and the common ratio you know, the second term by first term or third term by second term. So this is a common ratio. So this will be the summation formula. So that means this is the easiest of all modules. That means Z transform of e to the power minus a n tau un. কত তাহলে হলো un tau, you can write is equal to তাহলে কত হলো 1 by 1 minus e to the power minus a tau z to the power minus 1. Okay, this is the sum. Now if you write sampling time equal to 1, in that case the summation will be 1 minus e to the power minus a z to the power minus 1. ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। In the now
Yes, sir.
I will never write tau. By default tau is unity. Okay, so what will be the region of convergence? What will be the region of convergence? What will be the region of convergence? 1 plus x square plus x cube up to infinity. This is equal to, this sum is equal to 1 by 1 minus x. So what is the region of convergence? Mod x is less than 1 is the region of convergence. Okay, if the ratio, okay, that is 1 plus half 1 half square plus 1 cube. Okay, this will converge only if the ratio is less than 1. Common ratio is less than 1. Otherwise, it will not converge. That means 1 by 1 minus half is the sum. You know, এগুলো তো পড়েছো তোমরা ছোটবেলা। So এখানকার common ratio, what will be the region of convergence? What will be the region of convergence? So this, that means this one, this common ratio, e to the power minus a z to the power minus 1 should be less than 1. In order to this term will exist if this should be less than 1. That means
e to the power z
should be greater than e to the
1.
power minus a. তাই তো? তাহলে আমরা কি করলাম এখনো পর্যন্ত? আমরা ডিসকাস করেছি z ট্রান্সফর্ম of unit step sequence is 1 by 1 minus z inverse, which is nothing but z by z minus 1, and its region of convergence is greater than 1. Then we discuss the z transform of ramp function. Ramp function is basically, you know, ramp function rt is t of ut. So you can write Rn as nun. So that means it is nun, which was কত ছিল, কত আনসার ছিল z ট্রান্সফর্ম র্যাম্প ফাংশন মনে আছে? z by z minus 1 এর হোল স্কোয়ার for z greater than 1. Then we discuss the z transform of exponential function e to the power minus a n un, which was 1 by 1 minus e to the power minus a z to the power minus 1, or you can write as z by z minus e to the power minus a. Okay, and its region of convergence, is greater than to the power minus a. Right? Now the next, the z transform of sinusoidal function. That is, function is sine. We have a magnitude sine in omega 0 for n greater than equal to 0 and 0 for n less than 0. All are causal signals, because we will discuss all today we will discuss all causal signals. So that means basically this is sine a sine n omega 0 un. Okay, basically this signal. So what will be the its z transform? কে বলবে বলো? So z transform of a sine n omega 0 কত হবে? So by definition, for n less than 0 it is 0. So that means this sum we can write as n equal to 0 to infinity a sine n omega 0 into z to the power minus n. ঠিক আছে তো? বসিয়ে দিয়েছি, because xn is a sine n omega 0. So replacing this. So a is constant. We can take out from the sum. So n is equal to 0 to infinity. What we can write here? What we can write? We know sine theta is equal to e to the power j theta minus to the power minus j theta by 2j. Similarly, we know cos theta. Cos theta is e to the power j theta plus e to the power minus j theta by 2. So that means we know we can write this as e to the power j n omega 0 minus e to the power minus j n omega 0 by 2j z to the power minus n. All right, that means a 2 by j is constant, so a by 2 by j. Okay, we have two sums. One sum is n equal to 0 to infinity z to e to the power minus n omega 0 z to the power minus n. ঠিক আছে? So a by 2 by j, so this sum e to the power j n omega 0 z to the power minus 1, and so you add the sum n equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus j n omega 0 z to the power minus n. ঠিক আছে?
স্যার আগেরটায় মাইনাস হবে না,
আগেরটাতে মাইনাস হবে না,
মানে পাওয়ারে।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে। ওকে, দিস ইজ ভেরি গুড। তাহলে কত হবে এটা বলো? সো হোয়াট উইল বি দ্য দিস সামেশন ফর্মুলা? এটা কত হবে? ইউ অলরেডি নো, ইউ হ্যাভ অলরেডি ক্যালকুলেট দিস সাম is z by z to the power a e to the power minus a n tau, we have e to the power minus a n tau. ওকে, ঠিক আছে? ভালো করে লক্ষ্য করো কিন্তু সবাই, আমি ভালো করে লক্ষ্য করে, খুব সহজ জিনিস। সো হোয়াট উইল বি দিস সাম ফর্মুলা? দিস ইজ 1 বাই, এই যে ফর্মুলা দেখো, 1 বাই ই টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস এ জেড টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস 1। ওকে, so here this will be 1 minus, but here we have plus, so e to the power j omega 0 z to the power minus 1। ঠিক আছে? if sum, its sum will be this, and what will be this sum? এটা কত হবে সামটা? 1 by 1 minus e to the power j
minus
omega
J.
0 z to the power minus 1। So if you have problem, you expand. Okay, you know expansion, you know you can expand, হ্যাঁ, you know this formula sum, এটাকে এক্সপান্ড করে নাও। এটাকে এক্সপান্ড করলে কি হবে একটু বলো? এটাকে এক্সপান্ড করলে কত হবে? এক্সপান্ড করলে একটু বলো। প্রথমে n ইকুয়াল টু 0 বসালে 1 হলো, তারপরে কত হবে? আরে ক্লাস 11 12 ভুলে গেলে তো অসুবিধা। z টু দি পাওয়ার মাইনাস 1, তারপরে কত হবে? e টু দি পাওয়ার 2j omega 0। একটাই ফর্মুলা, ইউ হ্যাভ অনলি ওয়ান ফর্মুলা, you have only one formula, a plus ar square, only one formula is needed to find the sum here, a by 1 minus r, that is the only formula, and mod r is less than 1, this formula is in your class 11, this formula is in your class 11, class 11, class 11 formula, only one formula required to find the rate transform. This is first term by common ratio, a by 1 minus r, so here it is 1 plus it. This is the first term. You can write this first term as this up to infinity. That means here the first term is 1. Second term, well, common ratio is, what is the common ratio? E to the power
E
j
to the power
omega
minus
z
J
minus 1.
omega Z
Hey, this is the,
to the power.
this is the sum আমি এটা এখানে লিখেছি। So you expand this. This is 1 plus e to the power minus j omega 0 z to the power minus 1 e to the power minus j2 omega 0 z to the power minus 2 up to infinity. So what will be the sum? The first term is 1, and by the 1 by 1 minus common ratio j omega 0 z to the power minus 1. This will be the sum again লিখেছি। So only one formula is needed. Okay, now you do the LCM. So z transform of sine a sine n omega 0, which is a by 2j, LCM করে দিচ্ছি। LCM is 1 minus e to the power minus, sorry, plus j omega 0 z to the power minus 1 into 1 minus e to the power j minus j omega 0 z to the power minus 1, তাই তো? First a plus and second one minus. So this, what will be the numerator? Numerator is 1 minus e to the power minus j omega 0 z to the power minus 1 minus 1 plus e to the power j omega 0 z to the power minus 1। ঠিক করেছি? ঠিক
Yes,
আছে
sir.
তো? So a by 2j, নিচেটা গুণ করে দিলাম, just multiply the denominator, 1 minus e to the power j omega 0 j omega 0 plus e to the power minus j omega 0 z to the power minus 1, and this one will be plus z to the power minus 2। ঠিক আছে? So this term will cancel out. So we have, this is plus term. So we have e to the power j omega 0 minus e to the power minus j omega 0, ठीक है, z to the power minus 1। All right. So that means in the numerator we have e to the power j omega 0 minus e to the power minus j omega 0 by 2j. So that means this is sine of n omega 0. Okay, is it clear? Look at the formula of sine. Sine theta is e to the power j theta minus e to the power minus j theta by 2j. So that means this is e to the power j theta minus e to the minus j theta by 2j. So this is this one is this. So what about the denominator? 1 minus, this is this formula, you know, it is 2 cos theta, 2 into cos theta. E to the power j theta plus minus power j theta is 2 cos theta. So that means this is 2 cos n omega 0 z to the power minus 1 plus z to the power minus 2. All right. All right. All right. So what will
Yes,
be
sir.
the region of convergence? What will be the region of convergence? So mod z should be greater than e to the power j omega 0. তাই তো সব ক্ষেত্রে তাই হবে তো, or e to the power minus j omega 0. You can, it will magnitude whether you have plus or minus is not matter. So কত হবে এটা, e to the power j omega 0 মানে কত, e to the power j omega 0, e to the power j omega 0. What is e to the power j omega 0? প্লিজ ম্যাথমেটিক্স তো একটুখানি জানতে হবে। e to the power j theta. What is e to the power j theta? Cos theta plus j sin theta. E to the power j theta, that is the De Morgan theorem. E to the power j theta is cos theta plus j sin theta. E to the power minus j theta, you know the formula, cos theta minus j sin theta. What is the mod of this? So mod of this means this. Mod of cos theta plus j sin theta, that is root over cos square theta plus sin square theta, 1 is 1. Cos square root over cos theta plus sin square is 1. So that means the ROC is, so ROC is mod z greater than 1. Or if you write minus j theta, its mod is also 1. Okay. So that is the region of convergence is region of convergence is this. I'm giving you a homework. Find the z transform of b cos omega 0 n. Find the z transform of b cos. Okay, now tell me what will be the z transform of r to the power n un. R to the power n un. বলো কি হবে? Un means, un, you know, un means we are analyzing causal signal. What is causal signal? A signal which is positive for n greater than equal to 0 and 0 for n less than 0. This is called causal signal. That means in the summation formula, we know the formula of z transform. We know the formula of z transform, that is minus infinity, n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity xn z to the power minus n. That is the formula of z transform. Xn z to the power minus n. Now if we have causal signal, that means you don't have to find the sum for negative value of n, because in that case xn is 0. Okay. So what will be the z transform of এটা তাহলে কি হবে বলো? So according to our definition, we can write this as n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity r to the power n un z to the power minus n un. Sorry, z to minus n. Just putting the value of xt. Xt is r to the power n un. Now un is 1 for n greater than 0 and 0 for n less than 0. So that means you don't have to find the negative value of the sum. Just find the sum for n equal to 0 to infinity. ঠিক আছে? তাহলে r to the power n z to the power minus n. Now let's expand. 1 plus r z to the power minus 1 plus r square z to the power minus 2 r3 z to the power minus 3 up to infinity. So what will be the sum? The sum will be 1 by, first term is 1 and common ratio is r z to the power minus 1. That is z by z minus r. So what will be the region of convergence? What will be the region of convergence? According to our formula, 1 plus x square up to infinity, its sum is 1 by 1 minus x, and mod x is less than 1 is the region of convergence. That means here r z to the power minus 1, x is here, x is r z to the power minus 1, that should be less than 1 to be the region of convergence. That means what we can write? Mod z সিম্পল। তাহলে তোমাকে যদি কেউ বলে বাবা তোমরা এটা বার করো, হাফ টু দি পাওয়ার n un পরীক্ষায় দিল, Find the Z transform. সিম্পল, এটা Z transform কোন ব্যাপার হবে? আমি তো একবার লিখে দেবো, আমার ফর্মুলা, উই নো দ্য ফর্মুলা, দিস Z by Z minus what? That means this is Z by Z minus half. And what will be the value of region of convergence? That should be greater than half. That means this will be the value. So ঠিক আছে, কেউ বলো বার করো 1/2 to the power n un প্লাস 1/3 n un, কত হবে? আরো সি। Find the Z transform. তাহলে we know Z transform of half to the power n un plus Z transform of 1/3 n un. So we know the sum formula. So এবার okay, so you know formula, this is Z by Z minus half, and this is Z by Z minus 1/3. Okay, for this the region of convergence is greater than half, and for this sum the region of convergence is this. So if you combine this function, so region of, okay, region of convergence will be greater than, right?